until you make the unconscious conscious. It will direct your life, and you will call it fate. Do not compare. Do not measure. No other way is like yours. All other ways deceive and tempt you. You must fulfill the way that is in you. The world will ask you who you are. And if you don't know, the world will tell you. Thinking is difficult. That's why most people judge. We are not what happened to us. We are what we wish to become. Life really does begin at 40. Up until then, you are just doing research. The difference between a good life and a bad life is how well you walk through the fire. To ask the right question is already half the solution of a problem. Be grateful for your difficulties and challenges, for they hold blessings. In fact, man needs difficulties. They are necessary for health, personal growth, individuality, and self-actualization. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. To be normal is the ultimate aim of the unsuccessful. We cannot change anything until we accept it. Condemnation does not liberate. It oppresses. The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. The brighter the light, the darker the shadow. We don't really heal anything. We simply let it go. Synchronicity is an ever-present reality for those who have eyes to see. If our religion is based on salvation, our chief emotions will be fear and trembling. If our religion is based on wonder, our chief emotion will be gratitude. The first half of life is devoted to forming a healthy ego. The second half is going inward and letting go of it. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darknesses of other people. Even a happy life cannot be without a measure of darkness. And the word happy would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. It is far better to take things as they come along with patience and equanimity. Real liberation comes not from glossing over or repressing painful states of feeling, but only from experiencing them to the full. Loneliness does not come from having no people about one, but from being unable to communicate the things that seem important to oneself, or from holding certain views which others find inadmissible. Wisdom accepts that all things have two sides. The reason for evil in the world is that people are not able to tell their stories. We don't so much solve our problems as we outgrow them. We add capacities and experiences that eventually make us bigger than the problems. Trust that which gives you meaning and accept it as your guide. The foundation of all mental illness is the unwillingness to experience legitimate suffering. Everyone you meet knows something you don't know, but need to know. Learn from them. You are what you do, not what you say you'll do. I cannot prove to you that God exists, but my work has proved empirically that the pattern of God exists in every man, and that this pattern in the individual has at its disposal the greatest transforming energies of which life is capable. Find this pattern in your own individual self, and life is transformed. We don't get wounded alone, and we don't heal alone. The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. In order to know the light, we must first experience the darkness. The most dangerous things in the world are immense accumulations of human beings who are manipulated by only a few heads. We meet ourselves time and again in 1,000 disguises on the path of life. If a man knows more than others, he becomes lonely. God enters through the womb. Every human life contains a potential. If that potential is not fulfilled, then that life was wasted. Where love rules, there is no will to power. And where power predominates, there love is lacking. The one is the shadow of the other. Solitude is for me a font of healing which makes my life worth living. Talking is often a torment for me, and I need many days of silence to recover from the futility of words. No tree, it is said, can grow to heaven unless its roots reach down to hell. The most important question anyone can ask is, what myth am I living? Intuition is one of the four basic psychological functions along with thinking, feeling, and sensing. Invited or not, God is present. Normality is a fine ideal for those who have no imagination. Where love stops, power begins, and violence and terror. Embrace your grief, for there, your soul will grow. Nothing is possible without love, for love puts one in a mood to risk everything. Conflict exists strictly as an opportunity to raise our consciousness. Life calls not for perfection, but for completeness. Perfection belongs to the gods. The most we can hope for is excellence.